Donovan Mitchell. And so I get asked about him. Is he a superstar? Is he, what option is he? And I did the video about Cleveland, Orlando, and I said he's like a second or third option. He's not the top dog. Shaq caught some reverb when he said in the inside the NBA after a game, he told Donovan to his face, "You're not a superstar," and Donovan was shook. And when he played Rudy Gobert in Utah, and he scored, but the 1-2 punch never was Murray and Jokic. And so you kind of wonder where he is. It's a strange odyssey when I think about Donovan Mitchell because he can score a lot of points and stats. Some people like to compare him to Dwayne Wade, the NBA great. He remind me of D Wade, but he don't have Wade's killer instinct. He sure as heck don't have his get on my back and I'll lead the way. If he did, we wouldn't be having him always as a trade option because Donovan Mitchell's name is being floated to the Lakers, to the Knicks as a second option. And if he was in Dallas, he'd be a scary third option. If he was in Golden State, he would be a scary option with Steph. He'd be a scary option with Denver right now, if you think about it, because they don't really have a guy who can knock down like consistency after you get after Murray. Just saying, I'm looking around the league where he could fit. He'd be scary with Wemby in San Antonio. Second option. Philadelphia, him and Maxey with Embiid would be scary. Yeah, I'm talking about a guy who would be a rented Perry chicken, Perry cherry picker cherry, however you want to call it, because he'd be there to score, and that's what he does well. And he does put up other numbers, but it's more about his offensive prowess. And you just kind of wonder, in certain sectors, would that be as good as it gets with him? Second, third option. And he is one of those polarizing figures because he's kind of forgotten now. Believe it or not, Trey Young carries more weight as a starter sidekick than him. That's how bad it has gotten for him. Is Donovan Mitchell becoming like a guy that you're going to relegate and you're going to treat him as like a side dish now because his career didn't turn out like you thought was he not that guy? Will he stay in Cleveland? It's just so many unanswered questions with him. But there are a lot of places he could fit. He'd be a good fit to the Clippers if they unloaded some of that and brought him along as a second, third option. He'd actually be a good fit maybe in Houston. Second, third option. New Orleans, he would definitely be a strong second option. You notice where I'm going with this. I'm looking at different teams and places he could fit. Never I said a first, but he scores a lot of points. See, there's always the argument of, well, he did this and that. But it's not showing its true self in Utah, and it's not showing its true self in Cleveland. Now, ironically, his former teammate Rudy Gobert is thriving in Minnesota because now he can be in his position of freestyle on defense and a third or fourth option on offense. So, or fifth. But it's interesting how this has worked out, since they broke, how things have emerged. But anyway, you tell me what you think about Donovan Mitchell. Where do you come down? Is he first, second, or third option to you? And is that acceptable? And what will his career end up being like? Because it's very compelling as we go into this series. And ironically, against Boston, is he an equivalent of Jaylen Brown? Because Jaylen is clearly a second option paid like a first. Or is Donovan Mitchell like Porzingis, a certified third option? Please let me know below. Please like, subscribe, with my thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another shitter if you like. I'm on peace.